Chapter 1: 101 Tips, Tricks, and Terms About Stand-Up Paddleboarding from A to Z. A dictionary of paddleboarding terms from A to Z. Welcome to this all-inclusive guide with all tips, tricks, and terms related to stand-up paddleboarding. In this book, you will find everything I could ever think of in regards to SUP's health benefits, equipment, advice, suggestions, and what has worked for me in mastering the art of stand-up paddleboarding. Here you'll find a true dictionary with every letter of the alphabet, covered with terms associated with stand-up paddleboarding and more. Keep in mind, though, that this A to Z guide contains my personal interpretation related to SUP and may not be true to the meanings in the Webster's Dictionary. Stand-up paddleboarding is evolving so quickly that new terms are popping up constantly. Please keep in mind that this is a basic overview of stand-up paddleboarding with tips and a glossary born from a first-person perspective, meaning that this is primarily coming from a beginner paddleboarder like me, who is pretty new to the sport. However, since I work in an SUP rental shop / cafe surrounded by elite paddlers and people who are equally passionate about the sport, you will also find some emotions and companies that I associate with stand-up paddleboarding too, and 101 tips and tricks to become a better paddleboarder. Plus, in this book, you will find 101 tips and tricks hidden throughout the chapters and in the terms. Since this book has 101 secrets, lessons, and tips in the title, they are bolded, numbered, and highlighted in red throughout the book. There are also chapters covering broad topics, such as an intro into SUP and health benefits from SUP. All of these terms and ideas are related to each other, but the meat of the book is in the glossary. I hope you learned something new, remember something you forgot, or feel inspired with some of the terms and tips in this book. The top 3 things you need to be a decent stand-up paddleboarder. Before we get into the meat of this book, know that tip number 1, safety should be at the forefront of all your paddling adventures. This means you need to always be prepared with the right equipment and accessories and stay within your ability level. No matter what kind of waterway you are on, you should always have a life jacket / PFD and try to paddle with other people as often as you can. Other accessories such as a leash, dry bag with necessities, and emergency signal devices can be helpful to have too. These terms are highlighted throughout the book, but here are 3 main things I believe will also help you enjoy the sport. Number 1, balance. What I love about stand-up paddleboarding is that it forces you to work on your balance, because you are constantly changing surface. Coming from a wakeboarding / snowboarding / skateboarding background, SUP and yoga, or a combination of both, forces me to work with nature to stay upright on the board. I also love the feeling of walking on water while getting a full body workout in. Number 2, mindset. Being connected to nature and the water can give you a sense of peace and overall well-being. I think a big part of enjoying paddleboarding is to, tip number 2, not be afraid of falling in the water. I actually think it's kind of fun to try new balancing moves and to fall in to cool off. Remember, whatever you are doing on your SUP, the main goal should be to have fun and embrace the challenges. Just make sure you are prepared with the right type of clothing and equipment for the environment in which you will be paddling in. Number 3, strength. One of the main benefits of stand-up paddleboarding is developing your strength. A reason why this sport is so popular is because as you glide across the water getting a full workout in, you are developing your strength in your legs and your core through balancing, and your arms and shoulders by paddling and gaining momentum. As you paddle more and more, You will naturally build up your strength that will help you get back on your board faster, paddle more confidently through rough conditions, and do better in SUP competitions.